Hi everyone, I'm Amity Sensei. I have some exciting news today. Adobe Fresco, which used to be a paid app, is now more or less free. Today I want to introduce the features that's gone free. There are brushes that were only available with subscription, but now we can use nearly all, well, I mean literally all of them at no cost. You can draw cute illustrations like this now. And how to do this? Check out this video to find out new free brushes. Adobe Fresco is an app that has made a huge improvement recently with lots of amazing updates. Hang on till the end to discover the many practical features Fresco offers. First of all, like I've said, all the brushes that were for paid users only are now open to everyone. There are three types of brushes in Fresco. First of all is the pixel brushes, next, live brushes, and third, vector brushes. All the brushes in the pixel brushes category has gone accessible to every user. There were quite a few free options available, but things like halftone brushes or textured brushes with unique effects in the comics folder used to be for premium users. Also, in the FX folder, you'll find brushes such as ink spread and ink stains. This is what we call ink smudges, the effects that reproduce the actual ink bleeding. It's really fun to create this cool effect where the ink spreads and blends, and these were the brushes that went free. By the way, you can create illustrations like this by using such FX brushes. This is actually a cat illustration that an artist, Mr. Tanaka Rao, drew in a special event at ipadmate Studio using the ink smudging feature. So today, I'm going to show you how to draw a snowman using some of the many more unlocked brushes. Tap on Add Brush at the very bottom. When you select Discover New Brushes, you'll see a list of brush packs that aren't preloaded. These packs were also available in Premium, but now it's quite amazing that they're all free. When you tap Add, it'll be added to your brush library. Let us use the Winter 2024 brushes today to draw our snowman illustrations. One more thing before we start, in the Add Brush section in the pixel brushes, there's another option called Import from Files. When you select this one, you can now import Photoshop brushes. Importing Photoshop brushes was another paid feature that's now free. If you have any Photoshop brushes, why don't you try it out? Alright, let's get working. I'll go back to the home screen and create a new document with current screen size. I've already imported the Winter 2024 brushes at the bottom. This is a set of textured brushes with unique qualities like this. For example, there's the Giverny brush. It changes colors as you use it. There's another tricky sounded one called Giverny Control. I guess a lot of you may just be overwhelmed by the name of each brush and clueless about its usage, so let's look into some of the brushes to get at least a bit familiar with them. For now, just keep in mind that the Winter 2024 brushes are fantastic for adding texture to your illustrations. First, select the Giverny Control brush. The white color is fine here. This brush creates a soft, fluffy texture, and with the color white, it looks kind of like gray and white blended together. Let's first draw the head and body of the snowman. It doesn't have to be precise, just roughly draw the base parts like this. Now switch to the Batik CD brush. We'll still use the white color. Overlay textures on top of the base. It's a rough textured brush that adds a snowflake-ish detail. You'll get kind of like a slightly crunchier snow effect. I'm layering the texture for a more snowish impression. Let's add a background color so the actual picture can be seen more clearly. Now let's add a new layer from the plus icon and drag it below the current one. This is the fill tool. Click on it and choose a color. When you tap on the canvas, you'll see a dialog asking you to choose how to fill the color, so select Pixel. Now the background is filled in with the color chosen like this. Next, let's draw the nose, hat, and eyes. Switch to the staccato ink brush and pick an orange color. Add a new layer above the current one and we'll draw on this separate layer. When you activate this round tool called Touch Shortcut, it allows you to erase while maintaining the texture of brush strokes. You can erase the elements of your drawing without ruining the texture, so it's quite useful when you want to implement cycles of removing and adding strokes. Now we're pretty much done with the base of our snowman. Next, let's add patterns to the hat and scarf. We'll use the Giverny brush, which is above the Giverny control we used at the beginning. This brush changes colors like this. This is a brush that its color changes based on your pen pressure. Use this to add patterns. I'll pick a rather deep purple. Now I just want to add some color on the scarf. In such a case, the Paint Inside button is super useful. When you press it to activate the Paint Inside mode and tap anywhere on the scarf, the color will be added inside the outline of the scarf exclusively. In other words, you can layer colors of a specific element on the current layer. If your first stroke is outside the preferred object, it won't work properly. So your first tap should be inside the scarf. Just by adding some texture like this, you can put your illustration a notch above others. Next, let's do the same thing with the hat. You can use the eyedropper tool to pick a color and adjust the darkness of that color as you wish. I'll also adjust the diameter of the brush tip and paint over the hat. Here's how the texturing turned out. It looks kind of like an oil painting to me. I often use these kinds of textured brush since I personally like this sort of a bit rough nuance. Right now, the snowman is a bit large regarding the document size, so let's make some adjustments. I want to modify the two top layers above altogether, so hold the switch touch shortcut and then select the layers. As both layers become selected, select the transform tool from the toolbar and you can enlarge the shrink your art. Next, I'll add a bit more texture to the background. Create a new layer above the background layer. This time, let's use this fresh paint, which is like oil paint. Use the eyedropper tool again and sample out the background color. This gives the texture a bit of an oil painting taste. It makes the artwork look less flat but rather solid. Once you finish the background, let's add some snowflakes. Add another layer just above the one we just worked on. The next brush is right angled and we'll be using the white color. With this brush, you can produce this kind of strokes that look like falling snowflakes. Let's add a bit more sense of snow on a new layer. Next up is the Procreate brush, and I'm going to choose a khaki-like color. This color might seem quite strong for a snowy theme, but don't worry. Take it easy and let the pen flow. Once you've done, open the Layer Properties panel. You should see how the color tones change as you switch to different blend modes. Let's try this color burn. If you want to add more color, adjust the texture layer background a bit. Tap on the layer and select the Hue Saturation in the Appearances panel. When you move the sliders of the saturation and lightness, really nice. The texture stands out a bit more. This is one of the things I like about Adobe Fresco. Like I've just done here on the adjustment panel, you can change the tone of the colors and a separate layer will be created for the appearance modification as you see right here. You can even show or hide this layer later. It's one highlight that Procreate doesn't have. Once you change the color tone in Procreate, you can't undo or create a backup of your work before making adjustments at a later time. Anyway, I'm almost done, but let's add a little more texture to the background. Add one final layer, and our last brush is Best Blob. This brush gives a random pattern of color change. It's quite tricky to use, but it's a very interesting brush. Use this brush over the current background and set the blend mode to linear burn, and lower the layer opacity. This gives more texture and kind of gradation to the background, creating a really nice effect. And with that, it's all done. What do you think of today's session? I think it's turned out super cute. If you want to draw textured wintry snow illustrations, definitely try using the Winter 2024 brushes. That feature that opened up to all users of Fresco's are all brushes and free import of Photoshop brushes. To be honest, there are still some paid features. For example, if you want to use 100 gigabytes of cloud storage, you'll need a paid subscription. With a subscription, you can save your Fresco files to Adobe Cloud Storage and view them on your PC or save as a Photoshop format. You need a paid plan for those features interest you. Also, if you want unlimited access to Adobe fonts, a subscription is required. But if you don't need them, I believe you can pretty much enjoy yourself still with the free version. One more thing to mention about Adobe Fresco is that their policy is not to use generative AI features as opposed to other Adobe apps like Firefly and Photoshop that use the technology. So Adobe Fresco doesn't have features like AI-assisted drawing, and there's no plan for that for now. Plus, Adobe says data uploaded to the cloud won't be used for AI training purposes, so I think that's good news if you're a bit skeptical about AI. Alright, that wraps up today's introduction to Adobe Fresco's free features. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button. We have lots of iPad tutorials here in this Amity Sensei channel, so I'd be happy if you subscribe to this channel. See you in the next one, bye!